is up, guys? Lord Respawn here. Welcome to another Pokemon Sword and Shield video. So in today's video, we're going to talk about, is Pokemon Sword and Shield in trouble? Okay, and I don't mean like they broke a law or something. I mean like, are they going to sell copies? Is the Pokemon fan base going to turn around their current, basically their current perception of the games? Because, I mean, let's face it, there's been some things that have been put out over the past few weeks that have really put out and said that have really kind of made Pokemon fans not very happy. So we're going to go through three of the main things that have kind of made Pokemon fans, upset over the past few weeks. Share my point of view on them. And then come to a conclusion, is this series, is this generation in trouble? Are they going to face difficulties in moving copies and winning back the fan base? So let's just jump right into this with number one. Again, there's three things that have really kind of made people not happy about the series, or about the upcoming titles, I should say. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. Number one is the lack of the National Pokedex. So I've talked about this in a previous video. There is no National Pokedex, meaning you are not going to be able to catch them all in Pokemon Sword and Shield. And there's two sides to this. From a traditionalist, I want to complete my Pokedex, somebody who's been playing from the 90s, or since the 90s, since Red and Blue, I want to complete my Pokedex, and that, I want to continue that. I understand, for me, I understand if all the legendaries aren't catchable in the game. That makes sense. But every other Pokemon, in my opinion, should be able to. At least transferred and things like that. Frankly, leaving it out is an interesting, it doesn't really make sense why they would do this. And then on the flip side of that, the only way that I'm going to be okay with this National Pokedex not being in the game is if there's endless amounts of content that you can just battle. There's a deep story, 150 hour story, just something that is absolutely crazy to kind of take my mind away from I can't catch them all, which is Pokemon, which is the entire point of Pokemon, right? And honestly, I just don't see that happening. I don't see them creating something that is that ultimately fulfills the gap that not having a National Pokedex will have. Quick, so while we have this up, drop a comment. What is your favorite Pokemon? Love to hear. Drop a comment. Here's every single one of them. Let's see. This will be interesting. I'll enjoy reading all of everybody's favorite Pokemon. So moving on, number two, let's see, number two of why people are not happy. Let's see. Let's hide the National Pokedex and let's go ahead and talk about the graphics. So the graphics are extremely questionable. This is a screen grab from one of the videos that was put out, and as you can see, that is just horrendous, right? That is not good. We are in 2019. This game is releasing at the end of 2019, and it still looks like we're playing GameCube. Just not okay. The depth is not there. I know Nintendo's come out and said, all this stuff about their, it leaves some stuff out of the game or whatever, that didn't have time. Looking at the Xenoblade graphics and knowing that they only have 40 to 50 developers and, Game Freak is over 140, it does not make sense how they basically just ported over 3DS graphics, especially in the wild area, which is supposed to be the most, open, amazing, kind of new area of this region. It's just unacceptable. And then you throw in a comparison. This is a tree from Breath of the Wild, a game that came out in 2017, and as you can see depth behind it. You can see far off into the distance mountains and actual texture on the mountains, versus it looks like the the little hill behind this tree is not very far away, and it's just a solid color almost. There's no texture. There's nothing there. You can see the grass is very is present in Breath of the Wild, where it's not in Pokemon. And I know people are going to say, well, Zelda's been doing the open world thing for years. They've got more resources, yada yada yada. But it just there's still no excuse for the drastic difference in looking like a GameCube game and then looking like a 2019 game. In that screenshot, comparing the trees has pretty much set off the Pokemon community as saying WTF. That, it is inexcusable, in my opinion. Delay the game if it means that we get exponentially better graphics, because again, we're in 2019. That's my thing. I could deal with the non-Pokedex, non-National Pokedex, but give me a game that's visually, up to par with games that are out on the market right now. There's obviously two sides of this. Some people defending, some people against it. It is what it is. To me, that screenshot says it all. It doesn't have to be up to Breath of the Wild standard, but that is a kindergartner versus Picasso. That's the difference there. And for me, that's just not okay. So that's something that a lot of people are mad about. I'm not okay with. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know if they, can do enhancements. I don't know. Not my thing. So let's see. And then the last one, this one has come out kind of recently. So Game Freak straight up said, we are not copying 3DS moves. We're not copying, Pokemon Let's Go movement. We're doing everything new. Everything is just all the moves, all the sequences, how people attack or how Pokemon attack, it's going to be brand new. And then this source, Dexerto.com, put this out from a 3DS game where it clearly shows that they straight up copied the animations over. They just copy and pasted the code. I mean, you can see Machoke, literally his feet are pointing the same way. His left arm is down. His right hand is out. His mouth is open. He's looking back. I mean, I don't have much to say. They're straight up lying at this point. How are you going to say you copied? You have not used any 3DS code, and then you do that to a T. You copy it. Another thing to note, I mean, just looking at the two Machokes, the graphic comparison again is not that impressive. It's just not there. I don't know. I don't know what else to say, honestly. So here's the final verdict. The no National Pokedex, for me, I can get over that. I'll still catch everything I can. I'll miss out on some, but at the end of the day, that's okay. They made a strategic decision to leave some Pokemon out. For me, that one is livable. What's not livable is the fact that they're porting over 3DS graphics and moves and things like that. Not graphics, but move sets and stuff. And just animations and things like that. And it is clear right here. I mean, they have time to fix this. Disclaimer, they can fix this. They can change it. Any of them that they've copied over and have gotten called out for, I would not be surprised that they go and change them by the time these videos start popping up all over the internet. But the graphics, I don't, there's 5 months-ish, 4 or 5 months till release. I just don't see, I guess it's 4 months actually. I just don't see how they're going to come back from, they'd have to remake everything. And at the end of the day, they don't have time to do that. And, I know there's a lot of pressure from fans and things like that. But there's tons of ways to get around that. They should have hired more people. They should have, just did a multitude of things to make sure the graphics were on par with a 2019 game. Just bringing up this tree picture again, I just can't. I have no comment. No comment. Literally, I was playing Breath of the Wild the other day, and it was jaw-dropping because the game looks so beautiful. And that game came out in March of 2017, which was being built. The game was probably being built back in 2014, 15, if not before then. And then, you know, we've got the tree going. This is a 2019 game. Like that. How is that possible? Like I don't understand. Anyways, guys, this is dragging on. We don't have to get into it. So final verdict. Are they in trouble? Sort of. You know, I think a lot of people are still going to buy the game day one. I'm going to buy one of them day one. I'm not buying both of them at the same time. I'm going to try to enjoy it as much as I can, enjoy the story, enjoy the gym battles. I am very much looking forward to the game. But there are these asterisks, and you have to wonder, you know, what happened here? How did somebody actually allow this to be checked off? Who knows? I'm not in the gaming like industry, so I don't know how all that really works. But to me, there's a lot of question marks around it. There's a lot of people that are pissed off. I know of a few people who are saying I'm not getting it day one. There's so many more RPGs that are out that look way better and play better that I'm just gonna wait on this. So who knows? But I'd love to hear from you guys. You know, drop a comment. Are you guys gonna pick it up day one? What do you think they're missing here? What are you mad about? You know, what's been going on? You know, what are your thoughts on this? Would love to hear from you guys. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Drop a like. Really helps out. You know, growing the channel. YouTube loves it. So I'd really appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.